I mean, if you ask me a question, if I say like I don't know the answer, is it not like I I mean like sound like a fool? मुझे आता नहीं है, or you think it's perfectly fine to say no?
See, obviously, if you don't know all the answers, there is a problem.
Yeah.
But one off is okay because I think that's being very honest and genuine.
All right. Hi, Ronnie sir. Welcome on board. Boys and girls, please welcome Ronnie sir. I can see you. कैसे हो sir? How are you doing?
Very well, thank you, Rahul.
क्या बात है.
Great to connect with you.
This is so amazing. Boys and girls, say welcome to sir. Sir के बारे में थोड़ा बताता हूँ. Sir is an MBA from SIBM Pune. Sir, which year did you graduate out of SIBM Pune?
Chicago, 85.
1985. क्या बात है. The time more or less I was born around. Okay, 85. This is so amazing. Boys and girls, 1985 MB. Sir, these guys were not born, I think, by the time.
Yes, absolutely.
क्या
Yes,
बात,
yes.
क्या बात है. And sir is
So
PhD in
experience talking, Rahul. Yeah.
so very. Sir is PhD in consumer behavior. Sir is right now dean of a business school called as ISM Bangalore. Sir is doing great. उसके पहले sir has spent time with Zyme Bangalore as well. Then there's a school called IBA Bangalore, and sir is doing really, really amazing stuff. Sir, I've only got primarily two questions which I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask you these questions. पहली बात sir, as a dean of the business school, I feel privileged to have you on board. By the way, sir is also the chairman of Karnataka and Kerala for the, sir, it's like the Indian management schools. What is it?
The Association of Indian Management Schools
So problem.
of Karnataka and Kerala chapter.
So amazing, sir. All the schools under Karnataka and Kerala come under you.
Yes, I mean we are the body where we work with all these business schools. Yeah.
That's so amazing. Sir has spent time in Marico and a lot of time in corporate, total 32 years of experience. Sir, you have been Dean Director of a business school in your past life couple of times. Right now, you're running the show at ISME. Sir works closely with people from Wharton, people from IITs of the world as well. Sir, I was speaking to Nitin the other day as well. Sir, as a Dean, these guys are giving CMAT right now. और सर इनका 3 दिन के बाद एग्जाम है and some of them will be applying to the top colleges and going through जहाँ पे GDPI है, they'll be going through GDPI as well, and some of them could be applying to ISME Bangalore as well. So what are the few things you look in when a dean of business school is interviewing student? Question number one.
Okay, see, particularly when we are interviewing students and if somebody has come, the student should have a good story. You know, his profile should have a good content. We are certainly looking at communication and whether it's online or if it's offline, because things are moved to offline these days. These students should dress well for the interview, because I think that's a form of good manners. They certainly should have business awareness. They should have the current knowledge of what is happening, because many of them really don't spend too much time on newspapers these days. That's part of the new generation. But you get everything on your app, so you really have to know what is happening around. And for many things, for interesting topics, they should have done proper research. They need to be very genuine. And sometimes it's okay to say, they don't know an answer if they don't know. They also should exhibit a zest to succeed. And of course, they should have a very positive attitude. Their body language has to be very good. And some of them who have probably had some work experience, they should be able to articulate what they have learned or how they have contributed to the organization, and they should show a lot of eagerness, to learn and wanting to kind of take this forward in terms of their own career. And basically, some of the attributes that one would really look at is leadership, is teamwork, is inclusivity in this new world, and of course, an urge to be an entrepreneur. Because even if you're not doing your own business, I think in corporates, people really look at people as employees being proactive, and that's why even in institutes like ours, we not only have the internship program, but we also have internship trajectory programs.
Yeah.
Particularly in the second year, where we work with companies like E&Y, with Grant Thornton, with Cognizant, with TCS, OnMobile, Virtusa. So at the end of that, they also get a PPO. depending on how they really contribute to the.
Super.
You're actually looking at those kind of qualities that come.
That's so amazing. So, boys and girls, just to hack sir's thought process down, dress well in the interview with a no-brainer communication, have a story in place, have a conversation in the interview. Sir, like topics like business awareness, they should be knowing on what's happening with the Russia-Ukraine war, the Amazon and the Reliance fight, what they had. These are few topics.
Future, Amazon, yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Amazon, yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And be genuine, like don't fake it up. अगर sir ने MBA 1985 से की हुई है तो they'll be able to catch you in between what you guys are doing. Sir has seen a lot of people from IITs, IIMs in his past life as well. This is my favorite. Learn to say no. Sir, I mean, if you ask me a question, if I say like I don't know the answer, is it not like I may like sound like a fool? मुझे आता नहीं है, or you think it's perfectly fine to say no?
See, obviously, if you don't know all the answers, there is a problem.
Yeah.
But one off is okay, because I think that's being very honest and genuine. Yeah. So that's fine.
Super.
Because because in some cases, in some interviews, people would ask, if somebody has had an experience of having worked somewhere, were there any failures? Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have had a failure, what did you learn from it? Because they say, a failure is a stepping stone to success. So that's okay. I mean, it's possible that you may not know all the answers, but it helps to be honest, transparent, and genuine.
Super. Were there any failures, boys and girls? The biggest learning होती है वो failure से होती है. And sir can ask you this question. Sir, I was running a conference. There was an IIT Bombay guy. This is long back, and he was like, "I've got 3 failed startups." Like first time, this is long back, and I was in SPG in Bombay, and I was like, "Why the hell he's talking about failed ventures of his?" Then I got to know it's very very important to have those kind of people in your company who have shown resilience in the past, who have come out of the whole things, and they're being fighter. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely.
क्या बात है. Ronnie sir, any parting thoughts to all these great people who are listening to us? Any parting thoughts?
Yeah, I think the future is really good for all these young guys. There is just so much happening in the corporate world, and they are actually very fortunate. And I think great opportunities are there for them. It's just for them to go and grab it.
क्या बात है. Thank you so much for joining. Boys and girls, say a big thank you to Ronnie sir, SIBM Bangalore.
Thank you very much.
SSBM Pune alumni 1985 batch. Sir told me ये बार मत बोलना. They're gonna start saying I'm too old. But I was like, sir, अब तो मैं पक्का बोलूँगा. Thank you, sir. I'm honored to have you on board. Sir, can we bring in back can we bring you back again in the coming few days once these guys start getting
sure.
GDPI calls?
Absolutely. Happy to kind of help them through the process.
This is so amazing. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care, sir. I'll get on the call with you shortly.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
sir.
Rahul. Lovely connecting with you again. Yeah?
Same here, sir.
Have a good evening.
Same here, sir.
Thank you, students.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Take care.